In this video, I'm going to recap everything creative I did for the week and really just talk about what's been on my mind, which today's topic is going to be about why I started taking photographs.
So one of my favorite channels is Negative Feedback. If you haven't heard of Negative Feedback, I definitely recommend checking out his channel. It's just super great and learning a lot. And I gotta shout out stuff I like so you can get great resources too. One thing I'm taking from him is how he reviews his week and just share about like everything creative he does in a week. And he talks about one thing he's watched, one thing he's made, one thing he's read, a new artist he's discovered, a new place he's just explored, something new he's learned. And the thing I want to add to it, so I'm not just completely biting off his ritual or his process, is sharing something I'm currently working on. One new thing I watched this week, I was traveling a lot this week and I did get to see a lot of artists perform at Lollapalooza in Chicago. Giveon, Jacob Banks, Toby Lou, Tyler the Creator, and one thing that I did notice is that their stage presence is so crazy. They're just vibing on stage, and one thing I hope to do is keep in mind stage presence and bring that into my videos. I didn't make anything, like I said, I was traveling a lot, but I'll touch upon stuff I'm working on that's related to something I'm trying to make. Also, didn't read anything because of all the traveling. A new artist I did discover, it's not a photographer, but it is Giveon, who is an R&B slash hip hop slash soul singer from Long Beach, California. And he was so good, I definitely recommend it. My favorite songs, man, Heartbreak Anniversary, I'm just on his wave right now. So I explored two new places, Nashville, Tennessee, and Chicago, Illinois. I was in both places for about a day and a half, 2 days, so not too long. Nashville was pretty cool. It's super southern. If you've never been to the South, it's a different experience. I don't know if I'll go back. The hot chicken there was good, but maybe I just need to give it another shot. But Chicago was super sick. I've never been to Chicago. I definitely recommend it. The skyline is insanely beautiful. The weather in the summer is great, and the city is just a really nice, beautiful city. And something new I learned this week was that every week I talk to one of my best friends, Albie, AKA on social media. He's at Thatguyintech. Go check out his channel if you're interested in finance, software engineering, and cryptocurrencies, because he knows a lot and it's super good. The thing I learned was about DAOs, DAOs, or decentralized autonomous organizations. But first, why the hell is a photography channel talking about this? Well, if you guys didn't know, my job for the last 5 years was a creative technologist, so I've been involved in tech, advertising, and marketing, and the intersection of all that stuff, and creative tech. So DAOs are organizations that are decentralized. They don't rely on one person or a group of people as their leadership to make all the decisions. And what's good about the idea of DAOs is that the power really is in the hands of the members. If you own more tokens that a DAO might be built on or based on, then you have more stake in the organization, which means you have more skin in the game, and so you have more voting power or voice in making decisions. And decisions are made by the group, by everyone who is a part of this community and owns these tokens. And what I find really interesting about that, and I'm about to bring it back right now, is that I've been thinking a lot about community and photography. I don't know really where to find community, or how. I'm still trying to figure out how to build community and figure out what that is in this like space that's living online, because for one thing, for starters, I've been thinking a lot about feedback and how to give feedback to other people's work and how to receive feedback, and who I want to do that with. And I'm in some Discord groups where I will hop in and give feedback sometimes, but I'm pretty inactive, and it's kind of true for other people as well. Everyone's investment is at a different level, but the idea with DAOs possibly is that, is there a way to create an incentivized structure where people want to give feedback because they get some type of value in return? And if people get value and they can communicate and interact with each other more frequently, then I think there is a possibility to create a thriving environment, a thriving culture and community. And finally, to bring back about having not made anything this past week, some of the things I'm working on, for one, are self-portraits. I think one, getting better at them for sure, but two, honestly getting comfortable. I hate taking selfies of myself. just because it's really awkward. It's kind of like you record yourself and you hear your own voice, and it's like, oh, why am I looking at myself? And I don't think I'm like the prettiest dude out there and whatnot. A lot of internal things to get over, but working on that, and hopefully can share some work soon. So that's like what I'm kind of doing at home. But out on the streets, I've been following, or I've been doing this challenge by Eric Kim. If you don't know Eric Kim, he is a blogger who talks about street photography, and his resources are so great. Go check him out. He has this one challenge though to get over the fear of rejection and taking pictures of strangers on the street, and that's to get 10 rejections in a day. So you go up and ask someone to make their portrait together, and you basically have to get rejected. And the point is trying to show how it's not really as daunting as you think to go up to somebody and ask to make their picture. That being said, I haven't really done that. I've only asked one person and I got a yes. So, I'm still working on my way to 10 no's, but as I'm going through that, I will share back with you guys, tips and tricks I learned, how that experience was with getting rejected, and, just whatever things I learned. And I've been reflecting on why I started taking photos in the first place. And really, when it's all said and done, I just really want to take photos of my friends and family and record those memories that we have together. I started picking up photography kind of like a little bit halfway through the pandemic, when I realized like, hey, I'm gonna be here at home with my parents for a long time, or longer than I've ever been since graduating high school. And I really want to record and document these times together, because I just felt, and I still do feel like as we're getting older, that it's just harder and harder to spend time with your family. And I might not ever have that type of time again, because I did spend almost a year and a half with them together. And when I really think about it, I don't know if that will ever happen again. And so yeah, I just want to make sure I document their lives. And for me, that's when everything is stripped away, that's why I picked up a camera.